I'm going to be doing the glow plugs on this 2.8D 3L Toyota diesel engine. Parts I've got: an 8mm socket, that's for the glow plug caps, a 12mm long socket, that's for the glow plugs, a 12mm short socket, that's for these three here, and that nut over there. A 10mm socket, that's for the electric nut on top of the electrics, extension bar, ratchet, a gasket, that is for the air intake here. You may not have to get a new one, but I did anyway. And 4 glow plugs. I got NGK, they had quite a good review, and they're made in Japan, which I intend to put in with a little bit of copper grease on each one when I put them in. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect the electrics. Won't be live because it only comes live when you turn the ignition on. Then we get the 10mm socket. Loosen this nut here. Take it off. Try not to drop it. And a washer and a cap. Put that somewhere safe. Take this off. Move it out of the way. I've loosened all 4 of the caps on the glow plugs with the 8mm socket. Now I'm removing them. You can just get your hands into them without touching anything else. And then you remove the rail, which is a bit tricky, but it will come off. I've had these soaking in brake fluid for about 3 days, so ignore the mess. I haven't undone any of this yet because I'm going to try the first 2 glow plugs to see if they come out while the engine's cold. If not, I'll just put it back together and warm it all up again. Got the torque wrench set for 20 Newton meters. Just to be safe that I don't shear these off. I'm going to try the first one now.
If it looks like I'm not there with you guys, it looks like I just run up past you guys.
I'm just scared of people going too close.
Yeah, that's moving before it clicked. Going to try the second one. and that's moving before it clicked. So it seems as if they're moving okay. I'm now going to undo these 3 bolts here, nuts I mean, and the 1 bolt over there with the 12mm socket. Nuts are off, bolts out. I'll lift this up and over. Remove this clip on the breather. That should pull off. That'll give you room to get to that 4th one and that 3rd one. So now I'll try them. I've removed this hose completely off of there, as it's just in the way of getting to the 4th glow plug. I'm now going to try the 3rd glow plug. Torque wrench still set on 20.
I'm just sliding it all out. I think
Yeah, that one's moving. See there? Now we'll try number 4. Move that right over there, out of the way.
Hey, Mum, I got your cola.
Oh, it's a hard one to get on. It's on. Now we'll try that one. Yeah, that's moving. So I should now be able to remove all 4. If you have any stiffness with them, unscrew them a bit, screw them back in, unscrew them a bit, screw them back in. Take your time. They will come out. Mine were all quite loose because I've only done up to 13 Newton meters apparently. So I'm going to take all 4 of them out now and see what they look like. If you can't move one with your torque set to 20 Newton meters, heat your engine up and then try again. Just to show you the new glow plug versus the old glow plug. I've only taken one out at the moment. Set your meter for 200 ohms. Negative in the middle, positive on the top. You should get about 2.5 or thereabouts. Old one I've just taken out. Nothing at all. I'm expecting all the other 3 to be the same, as I had a lot of trouble starting. I had 2 of them that completely unscrewed. That one, number 1 and number 3, and would not pull out. So what I've done, put the socket on the top. I've got one of these plastic tools, plastic clip remover. Put it underneath there, put upward pressure on it, hard, while I unscrewed with my hand the end of it, and that done it. Done it enough to loosen it off so it'll pull out, in case you have that problem. These nuts on the top are only done up hand tight. There is a torque form if you want to look it up, but it's just hand tight. If you get hold of it, you can unscrew it with your right hand. So on the new one, do the same thing. Screw it down, hand tight. Got 3 in. This is the last one. Using my hand, not a wrench. Hand tight. And they've got to be torqued. According to Toyota, 13 Newton meters. The torque wrench I'm using, this one, is a two-way torque. It torques on the undo and the do up. That's why it's set for 20 Newton meters for undoing. So I know I wasn't going to shear the glow plugs. There's the box. I got this from Amazon. It's a low torque, two-way torque wrench. I'll now tighten all 4. First one. Click, tells me it's 13. I'll do exactly the same for the other 3. Glow plugs are all done up to 13 Newton meters. The rail's back on. The caps on the glow plugs are back on. Don't over tighten them. I'm just going to put the air intake back in. Got the new gasket on there. They've got to be done up to 12 Newton meters, them bolts. Everything's back together. Hose is back on. Now to start it. And see if it turns over first time instead of taking ages. Key in. Preheat. Right away. Double turn over straight away.